Alright, we're just having a look at the file called Activity1, Unit 2, activity1.fwc. Alright, now in this file, you'll notice up the top here, we've got 4 pages. I'm just clicking through the pages there, 4 activities to do. Okay, on page 1, okay, there we go. On page 1, we've got our shapes, and of course you can use this as a teaching tool. And these objects can simply be moved and put over a shape to describe the shape. So what we're looking at here is classifying shapes by their what they're called and the sides and the corners as well. Okay, on the next page, page 2, we've got an exercise where students look at the angles of shapes. Now there's a couple of tools that you can be using here. As described up the top here, there's the angle measurement tool and the protractor. We'll have a look at them on the left hand side here in the toolbar. Okay, there's the angle measurement tool there. And to use it, we simply click on a side, a corner, and another side of the shape. Okay, the protractor can be put on the screen. When you put it somewhere, for example here, you'll see a red dot, and you can just click on the screen. You can then take it and you can rotate it around. Once again, when the line turns red, you just let it go and it'll snap to the line. Students can then read off manually a reading there to find out what the angle is. Okay, so in the case of the protractor, what they're going to do is actually simply type on the screen and type their angle in. Okay, just as a note, once you've typed the angle, oops, that out there. Okay, once you've actually typed the angle, what you can do if you wish is come to the symbol map down here and just double click the degrees, and it'll put the degree symbol in there. Alright, so students are just having a look at angles on that page. And you might want to obviously go into a discussion about the angles that make up a triangle or a square and what they all add up to, and even do a manual proof by measuring all of the angles there. Going on to page 3, okay, we're still looking at 2D shapes and we're looking at circumferences. And now we want students to be looking at an actual formula. So we're going to use the ruler tool down here on the instruments toolbar. Now of course the ruler tool, when you left click, you simply drag it out and try to drag it out and place it lined up with the edge and then let go. Okay, same thing with the vertical. I'll just click on the ruler and push delete to get rid of it. Once again with vertical, drag it up or drag it down, okay, to read out the distance. Alright, and then here students are going to be typing their formula, the side multiplied by 4. Okay, so it's going to be area equals side multiplied by 4. Okay, so simply investigation and a teacher-led investigation on these shapes here to calculate the surface, to calculate the area. Circumference there. Okay, going on to page 4 is actually area. This is where we're looking at area. Now you've noticed I've lined the shapes up with the grid on the background just to make it easier for students to understand. You can go through and you can look at actually counting these squares, which are 1 centimeter square, to get the area, and of course have students come up with a formula as well. Once again, you can also use your ruler to do your measuring of the side. Okay, so we've got some basic shapes there and a couple of more advanced ones. You might even want to use the line tool up here and actually draw some lines to demonstrate, like this. Okay, there could be, it's actually half of that rectangle. Alright, you could even use the rectangle tool down here, and you can actually draw one and spin it around, okay, and adjust it so it fits in here. You can then take both of those, one from each side, and spin them back round to show that they're actually the same size. I'm just doing that very quickly there. Okay, so there's, this file is actually to be used as a teaching file, and students will follow along with you with the file. Down here, further down the page, we've got exercises where the students need to measure the shapes and answer what the area is. Okay, now these ones have been offset on the grid so they can't use the grid for counting them. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the file called Unit 2, Activity 1, 2D Shapes.